this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Great job there by the receiving team, right? You got your opponent here on the road. You're not caught off guard on the opening kick of the game. You're able to fall on it. Now your offense has the ball in great field position. You have got to make them pay for that gamble.
Looking for space. It's Lyle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And this home team defense is now rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. Every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Red pass, it's complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Seminoles trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Play number 10 on this drive, and it's third and goal. To throw, it's Applewhite. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Off the play fake on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Going to the running game. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the snap, it's Davis. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give. He breaks the tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Down, here comes the field goal team. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. Here's the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quick toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Dances away. Takeoff. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Miami. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about the play by the big defensive lineman? Not known for interceptions, usually getting after the quarterback, stopping the run. Had a chance to make an interception and then do something with it. Take it all the way back to the house. No, ladies and gentlemen, that was not in slow motion, but he got in the end zone, and that's all that matters.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for them.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Fires to the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Gibson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. Receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
He's got it and still on his feet. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
But it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
The give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Sometimes turning your nose up at easy points can come back to bite you, but can they make it pay off by converting on 4th down? Let's it fly. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Backs against the wall, and they'll let it fly again. It's complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Applewhite. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he was riding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This defense just asserting its will and its dominance in this game right now. That is not once, that's not twice. 3 times in a row they've been able to get to the quarter.
The Knowles will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Anderson wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Uncorks one to the middle. And they can't make the connection.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. He's taking the shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. He's got it along the sideline. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The Seminoles will snap it on first and 10. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, I don't know if there was a lot of question with respect to who that ball was going to be going to. This quarterback knows who his best playmaker is, and on the final play of the first half, he was looking him up. It wasn't going to be easy, but they're able to execute, get on the same page, score the touchdown, and they've got the lead.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
So now it's second and long. throw. It's Applewhite. Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then Palmer, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic, and not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. It's complete to the right. There he goes. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The option look. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. Like, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Anderson will throw. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? You know, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Might be calling a hot route. Anderson wants to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
The Canes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, turning it on! Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Here we go.
Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That keeps the score. Florida State 29, Miami 17.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Throws to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Lyle. Good, solid tackle.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Anderson will throw. Gets it out quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Caught behind the line. It's Lyon. Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lofton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quarterback now breaking the field. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
From the gun, the ground game. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Might be changing the route. Gets the back moving. Anderson wants to throw. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Coming out with it, it's Hodges. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
They punted away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now on the option. Now the toss. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The Seminoles are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make the play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Anderson will throw. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Interception, his third one of the night. Touchdown, Miami! The defense putting points on the board.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the extra point is good, and that's the way we'll wrap it up. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the Utes. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.